to face Eredin, but could only hope to beat him with the help of friends. The Wild Hunt could be defeated with exceptionally powerful magic, so Triss and Yen set out to reconvene the Lodge of Sorceresses. Avallac'h, too, began to lay plans of his own.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is part 31, if I'm not wrong. In the previous part, what I did is I went with Ciri to fight Imlerith and Crones. We found Philippa with Triss, and we liberated from the Oxenford prison Margarita, Loantil, and Sile, but Sile, whatever her last name is, but unfortunately she died. And I wanted to continue the main line of this part. Now, I was thinking about Margarita. For some reason, I don't know. It's because maybe of this law, because it's typically French way to say it. But because of this, because no one except French people, no one says, no one uses O, this O sound, but with 3 letters, like, she's not even here, Margarita, she's not here, okay, Margarita, this law, AUX, it's typically a French thing, so I almost want to call her in a French way. Well, as I said in the previous part, the Margarita or something like that. Loanti. Wow. It's true that there are a lot of characters that are kind of mixed here, with mixed. Certain things, they sound typically kind of Slavic, but there are other things that are like European, and there are some, as I said, French things, maybe Italian things, I don't know. It's one thing is sure is that the Tucson region is definitely a France inside The Witcher 3, so you should probably pronounce it with a very in a very French way.
You'll choke to death on 3 pounds of steam.
Let them come. They'll taste my blade.
You'll choke to death on 3 pounds of steam.
Though probably French guys, they can even pronounce it better. They can pronounce it even better than me, so I can only poorly imitate it. Well, the negative side of being a foreigner. Your you're not good at any language, you're average everywhere. Well, I'm not sure I can be proud of it.
I know this house. Supposed to drive a godling from here.
Supposed to?
Decided it was harmless.
The passage is here, past... This is the place. Once we enter, there'll be no returning until we reach Gel's. Ready?
Yes, let's go.
Remember, wherever you land, search for a place that looks like this one. We shall meet sooner or later.
Mean we'll be separated?
It's possible. I lack your ward's talent. Zirel is the lady of time and space. I merely know how to use this arcane knowledge to a limited degree. It's time.
I hate portals.
For some reason, this quest, it feels kind of special, or it feels different. I don't know why. I have some memories, but there is something about this quest. Oh no. No. That was weird.
Where are we?
Welcome to the Dijkstra Desert.
This somewhere in our world?
Ever seen such canyons in your world? Come, we must go.
Yes, somewhere in Mexico or in Grand Canyon. Well,
What is this place?
real world.
A very old world, thoroughly raped and destroyed.
Anything live here?
Mainly desert creatures, able to survive months on end without water. Oh, and large sand crabs beneath the surface. We must be careful they don't sense us.
And before? Were there any people? Or elves?
Do you believe humanoids have a monopoly on destroying worlds?
So what did live here? Sentient monsters of some sort?
Look at those cliffs. Remind you of anything?
Look a bit like the bed of a giant river.
Or the bottom of a sea?
Mean there were water creatures here once?
No creatures. Merely a sea.
Trying to say that...
That there are many different worlds and even more forms of life. Many of them intelligent, much more so in fact than you humans. But as it turns out, not even that could stop them from exhausting all the resources of their world. To the last drop.
Well, it depends on what resources they are using. Because if it's food, it's basically infinite. You just need to have some fields with, I don't know, with food, with wheat and stuff. And no other resources can be
The
replaced.
portal.
Looks more like a ruin.
Appearances can be deceiving.
So what are we waiting for?
For it to open. Shouldn't take but a few moments.
What's going on?
The sand crabs have sensed our presence.
Wonderful.
Splendid.
That stench. They just keep coming.
We can't hope to defeat them all. 3, 2, 1. Very good. On time.
What a relief.
I'm not sure why there is no music.
Avallac'h?
It's a little bit better. I really feel like, I don't know, maybe it's me, but without any music it feels really weird.
There it is.
I think I'm just so used that in most of moments in a video game you have music or some kind of sounds that in Red Dead Redemption, for example, there are moments when you don't have any music, but there are birds flying, animals running, things are making noises. But when it's a complete
Papers don't look
silence,
terribly inviting.
but when it's a complete silence, it feels very awkward. Wow.
Damn it, gotta hold my breath. Any longer and I'd have suffocated. Medallion's humming. Place of power, it's gotta be.
Can open the map. That's interesting.
Should avoid those clouds, or bolt through them. It said that we can travel between worlds. They look interesting. Cold.
Imagine having those portals and seeing all those worlds. Though they're... I think it's purely from a visual perspective, just seeing them because they look interesting, but they're kind of empty. If there are only creatures that attack you, it's kind of pointless.
Freeze to death if I don't hide somewhere. And I gotta find that next passage quick. If I can just find cover along the way, I should make it to the passage.
I need a potion just in case, to heal myself. Accelerates tornado generation. Pause for 2 seconds. 7 damage. Is there something to regenerate my health instantly? This is what I need. White dwarf arts decoction. Actually, with this potion, the red one, the whatever the color is, swallow. It feels regeneration feels better. It feels better. It's regenerating better. I'm not even able to speak it. Because only with if you only use food, it feels kind of slow, and I was not really complaining about it, but it feels I don't know. Yeah. Maybe I'm comparing Girl to Ciri, and Ciri got a very good regeneration.
Light in a place like this. Someone must have lit it. With any luck, it was a certain grouchy elven sage. Snow's up to the rooftops. Wonder how long this blizzard's been blowing. Of course. What else? Might have expected this.
What is this? Fix. Notes. That's interesting. It gives us a little bit of backstory about this world. I know not what we will do. Our food stocks ran out long ago, save for one sack of onions. For a week we have each eaten a few bites of onion a day and nothing else. The children once detested onions, but now gobble their morsel greedily and suck on the skins. Soon our bag will be empty. We have no wood or fuel, and the snows keep falling. The mayor has been sending men door to door to hand out modest rations and a bit of wood from the lighthouse storeroom, but no one has come for days. I am not surprised. The snow is piled nearly to the top of our windows. No one could get to our door. I am afraid, so horribly afraid, that we will not outlast this winter. This is the world eaten by a white frost. The Ethelina's prophecy, or whatever her name is. I'm really having trouble with names. Very hard time. Something else. Where was dire? The third of Björkin. This time of year the flowers should be in full bloom, but instead snow covers all. Spring's clearly going to be late. Food will be dear soon, that's certain. The 12th of Avallac'h, whatever the pronunciation is. Blathy? Blath? Whatever. It's colder and colder. Snow has been falling non-stop for 37 days now. Fog don't even bother clearing it anymore. There are no more streets, only tunnels dug through the snow. The 21st of I don't know how to pronounce that. Whatever. The snow never stops falling. Our larder is bare. At least we can melt snow to slake our thirst. Though I don't know how long our wood will last. For now we're alive. Interesting stories. Prison, but at the same time I'm regenerating.
Took you a while? Did you run into trouble?
No. Just taking in the sights. What is this place? Feels like I've been here before.
You have. You fought Eredin's projection here. Before that, Ciri fought here. For you.
What are you talking about?
Ever wondered how you managed to leave the Red Riders?
Many times, but I don't remember a thing.
Ciri came for you. She sensed you were in danger, tore you from the Hunt's grasp, then deposited you in the woods near Kaer Morhen.
Did Eredin start hunting her because of that? Because of me? Why didn't she say anything?
What would it have changed?
Where are we? World of the NL?
No. This is Ted Dera, the time of the end. The world destroyed by the White Frost. Alas, this awaits us all, though at differing stages of our existence.
So calm when you say that.
Eredin succumbed to his knowledge of the apocalypse. Fear rules him now. I'll not commit the same error.
Care to clarify?
Not here. Not now.
Going after Gels is proving quite a trek, but I still don't know why he's so important.
Eredin differs from the king he killed. Power for its own sake interests him. He has little patience for bureaucracy. He spends most of his time atop his steed, leading the Red Riders. So what does he need in the capital? A good viceroy. Gels is an excellent administrator and an even better plotter. He's the most dangerous individual amongst the NL.
He got any weaknesses?
Yes. He's righteous.
I was hoping we wouldn't get separated.
I warned you it could happen.
Where'd your journey take you?
Through a world whose son had just died. I barely reached the next passage in time.
Light on the peak. Was that you?
I thought it might aid your passage. After all, that is what lighthouses do. Show the way.
Doesn't look safe here either. Let's go.
This way.
Next passage. When will it open?
Shortly. last.
This Tirnalia?
The Palace of Awakening, formerly the Moon Palace. Gel's headquarters.
Despite the significant measures already undertaken, the situation in the outer regions of Tilath Naviel, Tilath Nali, and Tilath Nakrob provinces has not improved. The sages sent to handle the matter in the field have merely succeeded in delaying the advance of the White Frost, which slowly yet surely engulfs more and more territory. We must accept that Tilath Nabuna is now completely lost. The sages did not reach it in time. Everyone is fighting the White Frost. That's interesting. Even elves. Hey, no.
Beautiful.
I'm glad to know you appreciate it. Elven architecture is a bit more sophisticated.
Oh, who's this? And why are they here?
I believe we're done for the day, my tulip. Be a dear and leave us alone. For I think we can agree this matter is between us and us alone, correct? Krivan of Spain, Koman Maka, and the Witcher of Rivia. Kedmin. Do you like my new model? Something of Lara Doran about her, wouldn't you agree, Krivan?
Her height, perhaps. Nothing more.
I see I've touched a tender spot. So let's change the subject, shall we? Care for a drink?
Didn't come here for tea.
I must admit, you appearing here, quite the surprise, Witcher. Incidentally, interesting choice of allies. Do you think Avallac'h is honest with you? Just curious.
No, but honesty's not a facet of your species, so quit spewing bile. Won't gain you anything.
I detect a shadow of impatience in your faces, it seems. So what brings you here?
I've come to tell you who killed our king.
You've gone through a great deal of trouble to reach me, so I must believe you've put equal effort into preparing this lie.
You shall see the truth. You will dream it.
You've been a neuromancer. My intuition is correct. This will be interesting.
Better believe it. This way, please.
Witcher Geralt, a true man of action. Might I know where we're going?
To the world of the Enshe. Directly this time.
Let's go, before any guards show up.
Wow. 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 Art is not my strongest side, so I'm probably not gonna make any comments. Well, it's funny because I studied performing arts, so...
I take it I needn't introduce our guest.
Greetings, Ciri. So it's true. The swallow has befriended the fox.
There's naught you can do to make us turn on one another.
Avallac'h blackmailed you. Do you not remember? Tried to force you to warm our king's bed. Treated your body like a side of pork.
I remember. But I also remember what you advised Eredin do with me once I was caught. And I remember what the Red Riders did at Kaer Morhen.
I didn't come here to argue. The proof you promised, where is it?
You will see it in your dream.
Ah, yes. The Oneiromancer. Visions that cannot be fabricated. Do you wish to show me how Eredin murdered our king? What then? Am I to incite the NL against Eredin? Call for revolution? And proclaim Avallac'h our new king?
You'll do what you want. If you decide to continue serving the regicide, so be it. Wouldn't even be surprised.
Very well. Have your oracle summon dreams of my king's last moments.
We shall all dream them, to make certain there are no misunderstandings.
Why not?
The king is dead. Long live the king.
You must face him on your terms. In this world, in a place of your choosing. It's your only chance. Sail to Skellige and find the Sunstone. With it, you will summon the Nagelfair. Eredin will come too. Should he call for reinforcements, no NL will answer.
You have done the thing most just. A new portal to Tir-na-Liar will open. I shall stabilize it and you will return. Come with me.
Just as well. Could have been bluffing. Might have just said that so we'd let him go. Damn it, we should have pressed him.
Calm down. Avallac'h knows him better. We'll hear him out when he returns.
Speak of the devil.
Geralt's worried. He believes we let Gels go too easily.
Can never be too careful.
Agreed. Yet I do believe Gels will keep his word. Withhold support from Eredin.
Seems to me you have a plan. Care to share it with us?
Once we find the Sunstone, aided by your sorceresses and their magic, we shall draw Eredin's ship to a bay along the coast of Undvik. We will wait in ambush, lay a trap. When the King of the Hunt arrives, we will spring it and kill him.
Just like that?
Defeating Eredin will be no small feat, but we will accomplish it. Find the sorceresses of the lodge, and we'll meet at the port. Then we sail to Skellige.
Couldn't help it. I'm curious about this little matter you have to resolve.
When I was last in Novigrad, I had my share of troubles.
So I heard.
A few people helped me then. Others, not so much. Now I mean to repay them both. Coming with?
Lead the way.
We'll start with the bits.
Who are we gonna visit?
You'll see.
What I find interesting and funny
Almost
is
there.
Where are we going exactly?
To see Whoreson Jr.
It's the fact that it's about kings. Usually kings are portrayed in a kind of funny way in the vast majority of creations, TV shows, books, or whatever. Basically, kings are sitting in a big kind of a hall or some kind of a room where there's only a throne in the middle, and they are sitting on that throne. It feels so weird. I don't think that any king actually sits on the throne like that whole day and just waits someone to arrive at his place. I don't know. It's just so funny. I don't know why, who created the stereotype and why it still exists, but okay.
Wrong direction. Whoreson's headquartered on Temple Isle.
So I thought. But I think we should check something first. Zoltan claims the word in town is we're more likely to run into Whoreson around here.
Why are you doing this again?
I want to look him in the eyes.
What then?
Don't know. Depends what I see.
Stupid old goat! You stink!
Get out of here.
Little shits.
Not what I thought I'd find.
Whoreson Jr. wasn't a pious man, but there came a moment when he prayed to all the gods at once for his life. Since the gods disliked Junior, they granted his prayer. Years later, he had just one regret, that at the moment in question, he hadn't surrendered to death, for he had had the courage then to do so. Courage he would never have again. So there is justice in this world.
Come, let's see.
Who's there?
Remember me?
You cunt. You little ass-fucked whore. You pay for what you did to me.
I'd watch your words if I were you.
Richard! It's all your fault. Happy, you cocksucker. I've naught left. Not a bloody scrap. Human dignity left. Ow! Little shit!
On the way here, I didn't know what I'd do. Killing him was definitely an option.
Still want to?
No. This is worse.
Let's go.
We've done the hardest part. Only the pleasant bits left now.
Where are we going?
The Golden Sturgeon. A girl who works there helped me.
This girl we're going to see. Who is she again?
A friend of Dandelion's. Her name's Bee. She's a waitress at the Golden Sturgeon. Helped me contact Dandelion. I wish to thank her. She risked a lot.
Risked a lot? How's that?
The temple guard were breathing down my neck. If she'd been seen with me, she might have been flogged or worse.
Always getting into trouble.
I'd take after you.
Isn't it the same name that Bloody Baron gave to the child? The unborn, the Lubberkin? But wasn't it pronounced Bea? Why it's B now?
Long live, etc.
I
feel like puking after that.
whatever,
stupid
man.
cutscene.
I don't know what to say. Maybe it's me. Maybe it was not Bear, it's B.
The boys still want their tribute.
So
Now
confusing.
officials want payoffs too.
Same names, different pronunciation. Those are not different countries. Same world. I feel like I'm in a real world where there is a English Arthur and there is a French Arthur. So, or Russian Artur. Whatever, man.
Me? The more I drink, the clearer I think.
Eternal fire.
Gave you a chance. Should have taken it.
I spit on anything you give me.
You'll regret that, you cow.
Mind your manners, you're talking to a lady.
Stay out of this. This is not your concern.
Sure it is.
You're a fucking freak too.
He is. Very dangerous at that. The butcher of White Orchard.
What'd he do there? Trim the trees? Eugen. He slew half the village. Dragged the bodies of the alderman and his wife behind his horse to Novigrad. Let's get out of here.
That's pretty good advice your friend's offering.
Sorry.
It's random stories. He didn't kill anyone at White Orchard. Oh.
Thank you.
Oh no, actually.
They seem more determined this time.
Shouldn't cross them, I told you.
I'm to bar non-humans from this establishment because some thugs threaten me. Not likely.
It's so good to see you, B.
And you, Ciri. Who's your charming companion?
Geralt of Rivia.
That Geralt! Very nice to meet you. I've heard so much.
Really? What, for example?
For example, how you've saved her from woes so many times she's lost count. And how you always know how to make her laugh. That's Ciri, of course. Other ladies, however...
B, I'm standing right here.
All right. So, what brings you here, darlings?
I wanted to thank you for everything.
Oh, stop. Anyone would have done the same in my shoes.
Not many would have done it with such courage. Thank you. This is for you. A trinket to remember me by.
Oh, my. It's beautiful. Thank you. So, will you stay for stew? Innkeep slaughtered a piglet this morning.
Thanks. But we must still visit Far Corners.
Ah, off to see Valder, eh? Well, shan't stop you then. They'll feed you properly there too, no doubt. Farewell to you both. And do take care of her, Witcher.
I will. So long. So, your friend, B.
What about her?
Nothing. Seems nice.
Geralt. You're terrible.
What'd I say? What's there to see in Far Corners?
The camp of some traveling circus performers. Non-humans. When I came here before, I wanted to contact Triss. Life was hard. I quickly spent nearly everything the Baron gave me. Triss and I never met, because the Temple Guard showed up. I was a wanted woman afterwards.
Triss didn't try to contact you?
How could she? She didn't know anything. In fact, she thought she was to meet another alchemist wanting to flee Novigrad. I preferred not to put her in danger. I was being hunted. Had not a copper to my name. Then I met Valder. He and his troop helped me. Then introduced me to B. And through B, I found Dandelion. You know the rest.
A storm, damn it.
Geralt moves like a tank.
Cost you double in the rain.
Boring as fucking shite.
You must sweat like a swine in that jacket.
Another drifter in from Temeria.
Ah!
Where's this friend of yours?
There! Baldo!
Ciri, you devil incarnate, where have you been?
Come here, darling. Hello. What's this? Brought your granddad?
Hagar, you're incorrigible. Allow me to introduce Geralt of Rivia.
Ah, greetings. We've heard heaps about you.
Likewise, and thanks for helping Ciri.
Oh, we had no choice. Found it hard to refuse a lass like her. Well, good you're here. Come in the nick of time. Would have been gone by tomorrow.
You're leaving?
They're to start resettling non-humans shortly. We'd rather stay ahead of events.
I understand.
Problem is, we just lost 2 horses, and another 2 are too weak to haul anything.
Ah, we'll manage somehow. We don't leave till tomorrow, so naught to worry about today.
Yes, for some. I'm off to see a merchant. There's a chance I can trade our nags for a healthy horse. Wouldn't want Valdo to have anything to worry about tomorrow.
What's eating him?
Oh, don't worry. That's just how Agar is. Be back to his jolly old self by evening. What brings you here?
I've come to apologize. I disappeared so suddenly, then...
Ah, pish-posh. What matters is you're back, and you're well.
This is for you. All that you loan me, plus a small premium.
Ciri, you know I can't take this.
And you know I shan't let you refuse.
I know. We'll make it the pot for a wager. Do you still race?
Of course.
Then I challenge you. Geralt, will you join us?
Gladly.
A man after my own spirit. Come.
Geralt, choose one of these.
Coming, coming. Giddy up.
You were faster once!
Giving you a head start. Faster! You're trailing.
Watch where you're going or you'll fall.
Seems you've slowed.
Just want to admire you from the side.
Can still beat you.
I let you win.
Lovely race! well, this calls for a celebration. Stay the evening. We've several barrels of Kedwin's best. Bonfires to be lit soon, round which all will gather. This night shall be ours.
Worked out nicely, don't you think?
What are you talking about?
You and Triss. Never expected it, to be honest.
Life's full of surprises.
So, how did the two of you...
End up together? With Yen, it was fight after fight. Lots of arguments, drama. Not saying it was bad, but...
But what?
Got to be exhausting. With Triss, it's not. I finally feel harmony, a calm. Feel like things are the way they're supposed to be.
It's the best summary we can give, you see, and it's not even me, it's girl who says that.
More wine?
Thanks.
I'm glad we stayed.
Me too. They like you here.
I like them too. I'd love to join them. Drink and race, travel from town to town. Not worry a whit about anything.
Good plan. Think I'll go with you.
Then our future's settled. If, that is, there's more than ash left of us once this is over.
Defeating the hunt won't be easy, but with the Lodge's support, Avallac'h's, we can do this.
I fear fighting the hunt will only be the beginning. For me, at least.
What do you mean?
You promised!
In jest?
Sometimes I wish I could be like them.
Me too. Being a witch is a burden sometimes.
As is my inheritance. I'd so like to be ordinary.
Your life is yours, exclusively. You choose who you are.
Geralt, you know that's never been true. All because of this damned elder blood. My gift. My curse. Granted me all of these powers, but it's also why I've spent my life fleeing, hiding.
Then it's time to end this. Once we defeat Eredin, you'll be free.
Really? Eredin's hardly alone. There are others. They have plans for me. It was the sorceresses of the Lodge once. Now it's my father. Even Yennefer.
You're forgetting Avallac'h.
Avallac'h's different. He is intent on my gift not falling into the wrong hands. Not spinning out of control. It's why he teaches me, protects me.
If you say so.
You doubt it?
There'll come a day when Avallac'h will ask you for a favor.
Perhaps. But if so, it will be a very, very long time from now. And I'm certain whatever it is, he'll give me a choice. I will have the option to refuse.
Hope you're right.
That's Pablo. I plan to learn how to juggle one day.
Incredibly useful skill.
Finally found you two. Enjoying yourselves?
I'd rather know how you fared with the merchant. Managed to get some horses?
Lost cause. The man refused to trade. I said I'd buy. He asked 3 arms and a host of legs for one healthy animal. We need horses. But we'll have to find another way to get them.
Ho ho, I sense trouble.
I knew you'd warm to the notion. We mean to sneak into the man's stable. With 30 head, a few more or less won't make a difference in his life. Coming with?
Of course.
What can I do? Gotta help those in need.
Yes, yes, yes!
Must say, you didn't seem the type to me.
What type?
Steady. Time to go. We'll meet by the stables.
I can give them money, but it's like an additional quest, so why not do it?
Hey,
Stealing is bad.
Keep a lookout. Ciri and I'll try to get inside.
All right.
Here's the key. Quick, get in here.
Finally.
Excellent work! Did you see the two fools who tried to chase us?
Almost tripped over their own boots.
Thanks, Geralt. That was splendid.
Yeah, a nice change from killing monsters.
Thanks for your help, and for visiting.
It was so good to see you all again. Hang in there, and take care of yourselves.
Don't forget us. So long.
I must bid Valzo farewell.
All right. See you at Dandelions then. Got some things to take care of in town.
See you, Geralt.
Prowls the side. You're not scared, are you?
We've a sack of mushrooms for you for helping us.
Doing main quests, but are there any interesting quests that I'm missing? Reason of Stay. I think I should do this one. Man, killing that
Choked to
animal,
death on 3 pounds of steel.
it's kinda messy. Especially that things will go south, and this is one of those quests. When I played it for the first time, I felt like it's like the highest point of this choice that you shouldn't make.
It's life. Sometimes it's a handful.
Basically, of the score, if I'm to choose between a greater and a lesser evil, I'd rather not choose at all, because I don't know what to choose.
I'm here. Need a minute.
Very well, but
Why don't you want to leave me alone?
Who knows?
Or, let me think. Maybe I can... I'll just have to kill a couple of dwarves. Oh. No, I don't want to do it right now. I'll do it later. Doesn't matter.
No big grab proper. Still not safe at night.
Because the problem of the quest, the reason of the state, is that you have to sacrifice someone. And I don't know what to do in this situation. But we will see. It's a very philosophical kind of situation. What to do? I got no answer.
What's left to think about? Shackle the Horson! He was out to murder me! Liar! Won't pan this on me, Dan. They told me, avoid doing business with dwarven scum!
What's the problem?
fuck! Another non-human! You're everywhere!
Silence! Now we'll do this quick. I've got a little witcher chore. You willing?
Little chores aren't usually worth the pay.
Well, this will be, don't you, Fred? Now just be quick about it. I've wasted enough time on these two pricks. They share a warehouse. Monsters cropped up in it.
Cropped up? On its own? You put it there. You meant it to rip my noodle off so you could get your paws on my goods.
Don't try to spin this, shorty.
I don't care who sick the ghoul or the strigger on who. Beast's got to be dealt with. That's that. So what'll it be, would ya?
Fine, I'll see to it.
I'll not have it. Non-humans, they stick together. These two are like to prove it's no ghoul at all, but my dear departed Nan.
I didn't get a good look at the mug, but now you mention it, it could very well be.
Shut it! Or I'll send inspectors to your storehouse just as soon as the monster's dispatched.
That won't be necessary.
This merchant looks exactly like that guy that we saved from elves. And it feels confusing.
Strange. Neckers rarely venture anywhere alone. Wide, deep print. A dwarf? Someone kept it in a cage. Bars were sawed through. That's why it escaped.
Is there anything else? It's common about a dwarf, it feels weird. Is that? Is it that obvious? A dwarf? Why would a dwarf keep it in a cage?
So, you take care of the beast?
Yes.
I knew hiring which would be quickest. So, figure out how it got in there.
Found a cage. Someone had kept the necker in it. Bars had been sawed through, though.
So someone wanted it to escape. Which one of them did it?
I'm actually not sure at this point. I want to say it. Why would a dwarf do that? Dwarves, I mean, it doesn't mean that all dwarves are honest, but on average they might have some kind of gambling problems or something, but they are doing their job very good. While man, I think he hates dwarves. I don't know, I'm not sure. I think I need to read it on fandom or somewhere.
I think it was the man. Hates non-humans. Purest motive in the world to get rid of the dwarf.
What? What motive? The Scabrous freaks are colluding against me!
Sure they are. You can tell me all about it from inside your cell. Thanks for your help. Here's your pay. Come on.
Prick finally got his comeuppance. I'll buy his stock for coppers and the crown.
Why'd he even do business with you if he hates dwarves so much?
Ah, he only talks tough. Wasn't he at all prejudiced against dwarven coin?
So why'd he try to kill you?
Him? Ah, that fool could never plan something like this. Too watery between the ears. So long, Witcher!
Okay, so it was a dwarf, my bad. But it still feels weird to all this situation. Only a print, it doesn't say anything. But at the same time, this man hates dwarves. Why is he even dealing with them? I'm not sure. It's a very weird situation indeed. Let's see what happens if you choose a dwarf.
Geralt had to face Eredin, but could only hope to
Just
beat him with the
curious.
help of friends. The Wild Hunt could be defeated with exceptionally powerful magic, so Triss and Yen set out to reconvene the Lodge of Sorceresses. Avallac'h, too, began to lay plans of his own. The elven sage decided to erode the King of the Hunt's support in his own realm. With Geralt in tow, he ventured through other worlds to the city of Tirnalia. There they found Eredin's viceroy, Gels. Gels had been a loyal subject of the Alderfolk's previous king. When he learned Eredin was a regicide, he agreed to help defeat the usurper.
Wow.
So, you take care of the beast?
Yes.
I knew ironing which would be quickest. So, figure out how it got in there.
Found a cage. Someone had kept the necker in it. Bars had been sawed through, though.
So someone wanted it to escape. Which one of them did it?
Think it was the dwarf.
What? Rubbish! Tripe! Why the hell would they do that?
Seems plausible this racist got under your skin.
But...
That's enough. Here's your pay. And you, come with me.
Can't wait to watch him swing. Someone will have to lift him onto the stool.
I actually don't know what is better in this situation, because both outcomes are weird. If you choose the man,
Ain't like any I've ever seen.
then dwarf clearly manipulated all the situation, it's his fault. But at the same time, you see the comms that this man is doing? So if you choose the dwarf, then you let this man be free, and who knows what in the future he might do with other non-humans. I don't know. Whatever, man. What are these quests? Whatever.
Who's there?
Witcher Geralt.
Get in here. Boss awaits upstairs. Can you bloody tell us what this is about?
Just as soon as Geralt arrives. Should he
You won't go and talk. Least you can do is pour around. Bloody suspense has made my...
Witcher, at last. Now, we're all present.
Then up the fucking creek. Why have you summoned us? Radovid's on his ship. We'll not get to him there, I've told you.
Stop it! I've an idea how to draw him onto dry land. But all in due course. Let's start by confessing our sins. I let Philippa Eilhart in on our plan. Mea culpa.
Bravo. Bloody bravo.
Now, it's not a disaster. The Lady Sorceress is highly unlikely to warn the brat. What's more, she's willing to help us kill him. Naturally, it's nothing I'll ever agree to. But Phil, she's inspired me. Call her my muse.
Inspired you to do what?
Patience. We've yet to get to the substance of the matter. Geralt, do I recall correctly that Radovid's hired you to find Philippa?
Only thing I've found is her hideout. What's your point?
We can use Philippa without involving her, provided you help. Radovid expects you to report to him, bring him information about her. All you need to do is mention her name, intimate that you've a lead, you're on her trail.
Oh, he'll swallow that. Hook, line, sinker, and a good bit of the rod as well.
Let's say Radovid bites, believes me, and none of that's a given. What then?
You'll tell him you've found Philippa's hideout, somewhere where we can easily set a trap and ambush. Suggestions?
Bridge to Temple Isle. built up both sides. Lots of nooks, gates, easy to block off from the rest of the city.
Good idea. I'll divide my men, post half on one end, other half on the other, by the gate. And in the middle, Vess, with a well-oiled crossbow.
You see, Geralt, all we ask is that you invite Radovid out for a stroll, bring him to the bridge. We'll take care of the rest. So what'll it be?
I'm in. But once it's done, what then? There'll be an uproar in the city. Panic, maybe. Need a place where we can wait it out.
Thought of that already. Remember Madame Irina's theatre? Abandoned now, not a soul looks in there. Thaler and I will await you there.
Await us? Unwilling to risk your own necks?
Not the point. Dijkstra and I have many cocksucking virtues, but fighting ability's just not one of them. Not as fit for that as we are for a bleeding beauty pageant.
Don't worry, Geralt. My people are battle-hardened. They'll manage. You just bring them the king.
Do what I can. Where's his ship moored these days?
Just round the corner in Novigrad's port. And for your sake, I hope he's in a good mood when you look in on him.
The bridge must
Look
be clear.
at that.
Make sure of that.
Guards round the temple, what about them? Won't they bloody congregate when they see the fighting?
Look at
If
that.
they're paid a tidy sum, they won't.
Hello, Philip. Yeah, well, Dijkstra and Thaler can only be plotting and scheming, like Skaven from you know.
Philippa? What the hell are you doing here?
Geralt, don't ask questions you know the answers to. It makes you look stupid. Eavesdropping on your conversation, naturally, with a good deal of interest and a measure of wonder.
Mind telling me what you found puzzling?
Your naivety. Do you honestly believe Radovid will fall for such a crude ruse?
Radovid's lost his mind. Doesn't think rationally anymore. That's why.
That is why he may very well choose to torture you, even if you brought me to him in chains. Just because.
Philippa, why even tell me this? Concerned about me that much?
Not at all. It's because I think it vital that Radovid die. You don't want my help, more's the pity. But I shall do what I can to make certain you don't fuck it up. Here, take this.
A ring. Redanian eagle etched in the ruby.
It belonged to Vizimir, Radovid's father. Hand him that, and he may believe you captured me. He might even choose to trust you.
What's the catch?
There is none.
Philippa, I know you too damn well. Always got a plan. Always got at least 2 irons in the fire.
This time I shall be content with one. Radovid's head planted at its end. Good luck, Geralt. You'll need it.
Wow. Well, Radovid from its state, but I'm not in Oxenford. His ship from his ship was in Oxenford. I think I probably missed some info. He probably moved to Novigrad. They were saying it, but I forgot already. My bad.
Mr. Fancy Pants.
I should rewatch my own streams, I suppose. With this quest to refresh my memory. Well,
Don't know who you're looking for, but you won't find him.
That one's so pretty that he can't keep his hands off himself.
a lot of guards have Redanian soldiers.
What's the hurry?
It's interesting because no, wait, no, I might be wrong. Whatever. I wanted. Never mind. I wanted to say that usually there are temple guards here instead of Redanian soldiers, but I think the Redanian soldiers, they still patrol the the city.
Eternal fires like to go out before I get them painted.
You see, the problem is that you can avoid these quests, but it's always about this. It's like they are making these quests on purpose around this idea that you need to choose something, the least of the two evils. And in this situation, it's you either kill Radovid, which is bad because he's a kind of a king and you're a witcher, you're not supposed to do that, you're not supposed to be plotting and scheming. But at the same time, if you don't kill him, he keeps his madness, he keeps killing mages, now non-humans and other, and it's a complete, people are controlled everywhere. Or your neighbor can denounce you and saying that you practice magic and you will get hanged or burned alive. It's madness, and what to choose? You not kill him or kill him, and both options are bad, and whatever. I don't know. I hate choosing.
Witcher Geralt, what do you want?
An audience. Got new information about Philippa Eilhart.
I'll need your weapons. Now follow me. Your Majesty, the Witcher, with news of Philippa Eilhart.
I hope you brought something better than magic crystals this time.
I know where she is.
I'll give you magic crystals.
Perhaps. Or perhaps you seek to trick me, like the others.
What others?
You see, a rumor went around that I'd generously reward any who bring information about Eilhart. There's no shortage of the greedy and the stupid, so a queue quickly formed at the gangway to the ship. The first aboard was a hunter. Brought me a dead owl with no eyes. He thought I'd believe it, shower him with gold. I had him blinded, then thrown overboard with a stone tied round his neck. The second was the postmaster from Oxenfurt. Claimed to have a letter she'd penned. It was forged, of course. I had his fingers cut off. He'll never write again. Oh, and I took his tongue. The spoken lie is just as reprehensible. Needless to say, the rest of the queue dispersed quickly.
I'm a professional. Got a reputation to uphold. Be stupid of me to come to you empty-handed.
My father's ring. Philippa used it to stamp her decrees, then distribute them as the word of the king. Where is she?
Under your nose, sire. In Novigrad, in a house on the bridge leading to Temple Isle.
Why haven't you brought her to me?
Gotta capture someone to take them anywhere. All I did was track her down, then stole this ring as proof that I had.
Do you fear her?
No. You want to kill her yourself. With your own hands. I know this.
You shall come with me. Hubrecht, gather the men.
How many, sire?
All of them. Well, where is she? Where is Philippa?
Like I said, house on the bridge, closer to the other end.
Close off this end. We need no guests, no innocent bystanders, or witnesses. Damian, Duke, Egbert, Freak, Caspar. You shall stay here, secure the rear, and kill the Witcher.
not sure what to choose.
This how you reward those who serve you?
It is how I punish those who irritate me. You know too much. You impede me too often. And I find your arrogance an annoyance. I've had men killed for less. Follow me.
Any last words? Oh, fuck!
Free the Witcher, then Radovid. Hang on, Geralt. On our way.
It's the sword. Oh man. Where are my swords? $246, man. Level 31. This is the best sword I have right now. Look at those swords. Level 19 or something. This is funny. A random steel sword that I got for nothing is better than most of my actual swords. That is some kind of a joke. Dig me?
Open up! I command you to open the door!
Who's arrogant here?
You needed merely to ask. That settles the score. And that was from the heart. Forgive me. I could not deny myself the pleasure.
How did she... Where? Why? How the fuck?
Eavesdropped on us, back at the warehouse.
What? And you didn't think it worth mentioning?
Lads, the time to discuss this is later. Radovid is dead. It matters not by whose hand. Mission accomplished. Now let's get the hell away. Place will be thick with Redanians in minutes.
Let's go.
Vess is right. I don't know why Roche is overreacting this. Even if it's Philippa who killed. So what? What does it change? Here comes the problem. The crucial moment of the quest.
What? Is it done?
It's done. Though all did not go according to plan. More on that later. First, a stiff drink and a toast. The North. Temeria.
Temeria!
Bloody Temeria!
Temeria. What now, Roche? A new guerrilla campaign against the Black Ones?
No. The war just ended.
How's that? There's something I don't know about?
I'd say so. You see, tomorrow at noon, the commander of Army Group Center will sign a truce in Emir's name. A truce whose wording we agreed with Dijkstra.
So back there in Velen, when the trolls nabbed you?
Yes, I was returning from the last round of talks. Emir will keep Edion and Lyria, but in exchange for Radovid's head and a stop to guerrilla activities, he will withdraw from Temeria.
Which will become the Empire's vassal state.
Self-ruled internally, with its own courts, administrative structures and army. The silver lilies will bloom neath the rays of the great sun. So I'd say were I a poet. But I'm not, so all I'll say is there was no other fucking way.
Haven't told me the whole truth.
You're right on that account. We know you're bloody allergic to politics, decided to emphasize majors and whatnot.
If it were done when 'tis done, then 'twere well it were done quickly. That but this blow might be the be-all and end-all here.
What's that?
Vakmeth, Act 1, Scene 7. Always wanted to play that. Never cast as anything but a halberdier. Geralt, what Thaler told you, put it out of your mind. There will be no truce with Nilfgaard. Redania, under my enlightened rule, will fight on until it wins. And when it does, it will unite all the North, including Temeria.
What? How? This is not what we plough and agreed.
True. Instead, we insisted on one realm's questionable sovereignty, and to recover it, we gave Emir virtually all the North's other kingdoms. It was not a wise arrangement. So, no deal.
You two-faced horse. I will not allow this.
Actually, you, Roche, should be the first to understand I've no choice.
Why the hell would I understand?
Because you too are a patriot. Geralt, this doesn't concern you. You may go. Fare thee well on your path, or whatnot.
I don't know what to choose in this situation.
It's not my concern, so I should let you do what you will. But you're a real son of a bitch, you know that?
It's why I'll make an excellent Chancellor. Farewell, White Wolf.
You don't see any dead bodies here, but obviously by those sounds you can guess that they were killed. The problem is that in this quest not only you don't have any time, they give you what, 10 seconds to think, but also it's the long-term consequences that you see or do not see. And I don't know, because basically we're here, we start to go into politics. What is the good solution for this in this situation? Based on the endings, there is no really good solution, because you either have Dijkstra, who emerged as a ruler, and he united the North, as he said, and he fights Emir and he wins this battle. But in such case, he kills Roche and Thaler and Vess. Or you defend them, and in such situation, you kill Dijkstra. Because it's true that he acts like a, I don't know, like who, it's absolutely awful. But in such case, not only you kill him, it's no big deal, but still, you kind of kill him. But also, as they said, that North actually kind of loses their territories. They become a vassal state to Nilfgaard. Which, I don't know, what is the good solution here? What is the good solution? Like, as I said, on short-term consequences is you either kill Dijkstra, who is acting like a very, very bad person, let's call him like that, or you let him kill Roche and Thaler and Vess. But long-term consequences is that North can be free, or not. In such case, North will be a vassal state. I don't know what is the good solution in this situation. You see, I really dislike politics. I really dislike politics divide people. And here's the best example of it. What to do in this situation. You don't know. And I don't know. And who knows? If you have to choose and they kind of force you to choose, there's no other option. You see, you have to probably take into consideration, you either take into consideration your friends and they live in such situation, or you take into consideration your kind of country, and you think about it generally speaking. You think about long-term consequences, you think about liberty, you think about a lot of different things. Mages will be able to return to Novigrad, non-humans, and a bunch of different things. I don't know, man. Why there's no third option? To not participate in it. I mean, I can probably not participate in it. I can avoid this quest, but I don't know. I don't know what to do in this situation. I think from a good kind of point of view, you have to let you have to defend Roche, Vess, and Thaler. And in such case, well, it will be a vassal state, but at least it will be... Why do I see mouse? That is weird. I'm not sure what is happening. That is weird.
Geralt had to face Eredin, but could only hope to beat him with the help of friends. The Wild Hunt could be defeated with exceptionally powerful magic, so Triss and Yen set out to reconvene the Lodge of Sorceresses. Avallac'h, too, began to lay plans of his own. The elven sage decided to erode the King of the Hunt's support in his own realm. With Geralt in tow, he ventured through other worlds to the city of Tirnalia. There they found Eredin's viceroy, Gels. Gels had been a loyal subject of the Alderfolk's previous king. When he learned Eredin was a regicide, he agreed to help defeat the usurper.
Let's see. Let's check it just in case. I've checked it already, but about Dijkstra. If Geralt did nothing to aid the assassination of Radovid in the side quest The Deadly Plot, or sided with Sigismund Dijkstra in the mission Reason of State, the Nilfgaard Empire will lose their war and be pushed back to the south. Seeing their emperor defeated and humiliated, the Nilfgaardians gained the strength to overthrow their leader, gutting him in the process. Should players complete the side quest Reasons of State and side with Vernon Roche, Emir of our Embrace will successfully conquer the north. Once his invasion is complete, he seeks out and eliminates anyone within his ranks who sought to do him traitorous harm. You see, so what is the... So Roche thinks that north will be a vassal state, but in reality, that's not the case. The leader of the North. Based on the choices Geralt makes throughout the game, the lands of Novigrad and Velen may end up with one of three game rulers at the completion of the game. Radovid the Stern. This ending occurs if Geralt does not assist in the assassination of the Redanian king in the side quest The Deadly Plot or Reason of State. Despite being certifiably insane, Radovid proved himself a tactical mastermind time and time again. As such, he was able to defeat the Nilfgaard invaders and push them back to the south. After the war had finally ended, Radovid's men continued their purge for moral renewal. Mages, non-humans, even healers and pillars all face persecution, if not far worse. So how can you leave Radovid? How can you let Radovid live if he's clearly what he's doing is wrong? And you are in a situation where you need to choose. You don't have a choice. You cannot not choose. You need to choose, and that's the problem. So if you kind of try to analyze those things and make a choice, then you see what is the good solution in this situation. You probably want to kill him, right? It's lesser of the evils, because otherwise half of population of Novigrad will be persecuted because there are non-humans or mages or something else. Sigismund Dijkstra. Dijkstra will become ruler of the north if Geralt assists in the assassination of Radovid V during the mission A Deadly Plot and Reason of State, then sided with Sigismund instead of Roche. After the assassination of Radovid, Dijkstra rose to power concealed in shadow, finally stepping out in the light once the war against the invaders had been won. While his reign was prosperous, his focus on industrialization on consolidating power greatly resembled that of the Nilfgaardian invaders, to the dismay of many of his new subjects. Emir of our Embrace. This ending occurs if Geralt completed the quest A Deadly Plot and Reason of State, assassinating Radovid V, and then siding with Vernon Roche. With Radovid gone from power, his armies lost their best tactician. Without the strategic guidance of their king, the Redanian forces allowed Nilfgaard to overtake their lands. However, thanks to the consistent efforts of Werner Roche and the remnants of his Blue Stripes commanders, Emir Varamreis was unwilling to keep losing assets to the guerrilla attacks and agreed to restore the lands formerly known as Temeria. I see. I don't know what to choose, seriously. This is... whatever. If I can completely skip the politics part, I'd rather... I would do that, but apparently I can't, so I have to choose something. And there's probably no good choice in this situation, because there is not, so I don't know what to do. I'll choose letting Dijkstra do what he wants, but I disagree with that. I disagree with all approaches, but this is why I'm not doing politics, so I'm choosing for the sake of choosing, but it's, in this situation, it seems lesser of three evils. Absolutely mad Radovid or crazy Emir who conquers everything for no reason, or Dijkstra who kills Roche. I don't know, man. Whatever.
Geralt.
What is it?
Nothing just yet, but something's afoot. Philippa and Margarita want to speak to me.
They say about what?
No, but I have my suspicions. I bet they have plans for me. And they're deigning to inform me of them.
Got nothing to be afraid of. Just go. Listen to what they have to say.
And if they try to force me into something?
Can't believe you'd ever let them. Margarita's only ever cared about your education. Doubt she'll try to drag you into politics. Philippa's tougher, plays a mean game, but ultimately respects those who hold to their views. If she makes you an offer, and you firmly turn it down, she'll respect that.
Thanks, Geralt.
Well, go. Don't give them any more time to strategize.
Not going with her?
Can't hold her hand if they're gonna take her seriously.
True. Good decision.
Relax, she'll be fine.
Rita won't hurt her, but Philippa, she can be ruthless.
Ciri's been in tougher situations and come out of them all right.
True. We managed to instill some principles, skills that have helped.
Exactly, so there's nothing to be afraid of.
Of course. I'll just have a peek.
Don't spy on her. You really have that little faith.
I don't trust Philippa and Rita.
So why'd you even allow this meeting to happen?
For the same reason you did. If they're to respect her, she can't be seen to be hanging onto my apron strings.
What do you see?
Philippa pontificating. Ciri pacing wall to wall. She stopped. She's saying something. Philippa's turned pale.
That's my Ciri. Probably gave her an earful.
Quiet! Here she comes. So?
You were eavesdropping?
Yes.
No.
You haven't changed a bit.
If you want to be alone for a while, to digest, process.
Yes. I shall go for a walk. I must unwind.
Remember, we need to go to Skellige. Avallac'h awaits at the port.
I remember. I'll be there soon.
I
hope she's...
She'll be fine. She's tougher than we think. You ought to visit Avallac'h. He wished to see you, apparently.
Cool. I'm level 35. Let's learn something. What can we level up? Or learn? Uh, 12, 9, 11.
Sleep. Oh, damn.
Glad it's a noble bread. That's just fine with me. More soldiers, more work.
It's you, the White Wolf, the famous Geralt of Rivia, am I right?
You hear about me?
Hear about you? Why, I know all there is to know. I learned it from Dandelion himself, who's forever telling stories of you and your adventures together, of your hunt for the dragon, and how you outfoxed the Sylvan amidst the hemp, of the battle for the bridge, and how he saved you from bandits.
Like to hear that one sometime myself.
One never tires of Dandelion's tales and ballads. Why, all will be amazed when I tell them the wolf himself takes joy in listening to them. Now, tell me how I may be of service. Something to wet your tongue?
What do you have to drink that's good?
No cards. But I can play Gwen, which is great.
A game of Gwent. How about it?
Let me tell you something about politics. Kind of a big monologue. The problem with politics is that, unfortunately, we're not living in a normal world. In a normal world where humans actually where humans are adequate, what happens is that humans speak with each other, they communicate, they respect each other. You see, if the world followed biblical principles, everyone, we would never have any wars, conflicts, treacheries, or other bad things. Why? Because the main principle that Bible teaches us, and what Jesus says, is that you should love God and you should love your neighbor. This is very important, you see? So if everyone loved their neighbors, we would never had any weird situations. That's a big problem, you see? Is that unfortunately we're not living in such a world, and that's a big problem. I think I can try to win him even with his leader's ability. So the problem is that in our world, people do not respect each other. And so we find ourselves in such situations where politics, clearly, people think only about their... Okay, I'm not gonna win this one. People only think about their own interests. And we find ourselves in situations where politicians betray each other, kill each other, you see? Like what Dijkstra did. For the justifying it the same way as what's his name? Gellert Grindelwald. Gellert. That's it, Gellert. It's Gellert. Man, that is awful. I think it's Gellert Grindelwald. I need to check it, man. Whatever. I'm having Gellert. It's the Gellert. Okay, not Gellert Grindelwald. He justified his actions by the greater good. We should protect mages and we should fight humans and stuff. And that's exactly what Dijkstra's doing. He's justifying it, his actions, so killing Roche and Thaler, with this idea that I'm doing it for the greater good. And that's a problem. You see, that's a typically political problem. In politics, you don't have allies. All people around you are potentially your enemies, and people can easily betray each other, and that's a big problem. Rotten mango, what is that? One deck. Do I have it? I don't seem to be having it. Face. Is it a monster card? Guardian card? Yeah, it's a no guardian card. Rotten Mangonel. Okay. So politics clearly divide people. People disagree, and so what happens is that instead of trying to find a solution that fits both people, or negotiating or doing something, you see, what happens is that people start to make those horrible actions like killing, stealing, and doing a bunch of other things.
My board's stiff.
Power corrupts people. The best example is that I can give you is that the vast majority of people who ruled for more than, I don't know, 10, 15 years, maybe not 10, more like 15, 20 years, in most of cases they ended up the same. The best example that I can give you of right now is Putin, who made a war, who's stealing money, because clearly Russia is a super corrupted country. And it's not the main reason, but as I said, the vast majority of rulers who rule countries for very long time, they end up being corrupted and they end up being tyrants. They end up manipulating, stealing, killing, and doing a bunch of things. This is an example from, well, it's a very well-known example, but there are a bunch of examples of African countries. There are a bunch of tyrants there as well, dictators, who are ruling countries for years already, 20, 30 years, which is not normal. There are countries in Latin America, like Nicaragua or something. There are so many countries like that. And this is, as I said, one of the things. But politics clearly is a very bad thing. In a perfect world where people follow biblical principles, nothing of that would ever happen, because people always think about other people. For example, if there's a city who says that or region who claims to be a separate region, they say that they want to be free, then let them go. If they don't want to be part of your country, let them go. You don't need such people. But in real life, unfortunately, politicians for some reason fighting for those regions. If Scotland, for example, wants to separate from United Kingdom, from England and other Wales and stuff, then you should let them do that. If that's what people want, you see? But unfortunately, that's not how it works, you see? So politics clearly divide people, and it creates problems. Everyone should be free, and everyone should collaborate, because clearly by collaborating, by trading, by helping each other, that's how we become wealthier. But politicians disagree with that. They always want to make...
Help protect Ciri from the Wild Hunt, and the Emperor will grant you amnesty.
They always want to make some problems.
You can.
What a fringilla.
That I don't know, but I shall take it up with him.
You barely said hello and you're already plotting something.
It's clearly in our nature.
I hear right? You convinced the Emperor to pardon them?
Provided they help us defend Ciri.
Got a hard time believing Emperor would go in for a deal like that.
If you can't believe it, don't. I don't need you to.
Bit about Fringilla. What was that? Triss told me you couldn't contact her.
Perhaps because she sits in the Emperor's dungeon, chained in Dimeritium. At least that's what Rita implied.
Take it the Emperor forgot to tell you about this.
I don't like it. That was not our deal. When it's all over, I'll need to have a candid discussion with the Emperor. Come, they're all waiting for us.
Man wanted to sail to Skellige.
Well, what is it?
No need to thank me, Philippa. Always glad to save your ass. You're welcome.
You stood to gain. That is why you saved me.
Way back when, did you really send assassins after Dijkstra?
You believe I... Do you not remember we were once lovers?
Maybe it's just me, but I think you'd consider that in itself to be reason enough. Actually, I've long wondered why you parted. Quarreled even.
You see, Geralt, there are those who keep politics separate from their private lives, and those who do not.
Which one was Dijkstra?
The more boring of the two.
Farewell.
I see the politics is always a problem. I'm not justifying, but she's a clearly she got a politic spirit as well, just like Dijkstra, so they fit each other very well.
Got a minute?
Of course.
I should go.
All right. We'll talk later.
I'm gonna speak with Triss.
Yes, Geralt?
Your earring, am I right?
Wait a second. Yes. Lost it years ago. Where did you find it?
Kaer Morhen, in a bed. You know the one.
Ah, yes. The good old days.
I ever tell you you're beautiful when you blush?
Mm-hmm. Back then, like I said, the good old days. Oh, my favorite earrings. I can wear them again now that I have both. Thanks, Geralt.
Okay, so I did this quest, and I guess that's it. It's a kind of a weird quest because it doesn't give me anything, but it's not even indicated as a quest. But that's it, I guess.
All are present. You were the last to arrive. Might we set sail?
Let's see what happens, but I think it will be the end of this part 31. Because that's it. I think we'll just go to Skel again, that's it.
Anchors away.
The king of the Wild Hunt sailed aboard the Naglfar, a giant longship that traveled between worlds. As Gels had advised, the Witcher set out to find the Sunstone, an artifact needed to draw Eredin into a trap.
Seems like this part is not complete either. Just like the previous one. If this loading screen is too long, it probably some pieces of info are missing. So we'll have to complete it.
Well, that settles the question of His Imperial Majesty's whereabouts.
Does he aim to conquer Skellige? But he knows. Those are my friends.
He wishes to grant you the Isles, with Sintra and the rest of the Empire.
There is an upside to all this.
Is that so?
The Emperor will have to help us fight the Hunt. And we've just found Fringilla Vigo.
We must hurry and find the Sunstone. Seems we've plenty to do in Skellige after that.
Fringilla Vigo. We need her here.
Can you teleport me onto Amir's ship?
Not a chance. It's better shielded than the Emperor's alcove.
Though we could try to force our way through.
We need Fringilla in one piece.
I'll get on the Emperor's ship myself.
Plan to swim? With swords on your back? You'll get shot up like a sitting duck before you can say the white flame dancing on the graves of his foes.
Don't panic. He'll find a way. Make your approach by night. You'll stand a better chance then. And once you're on board, show His Imperial Majesty this letter. Hand it to him directly. We should remind him what he promised, and what he'll get in return.
At the moment, we don't even know what the Sunstone is.
It was created so the Mountain Elves could summon the vessels of the NL. Now it merely serves as a symbol of a lost opportunity to unite the two tribes. Truly? Can all of you be unfamiliar with the story of Gelban and Dillion of the White Fleet?
Tell us, please. Absolutely love elven legends.
Gelban was a sage of the Elder Elves. He fell in love with an Enshe elf, Dillion, yet she spurned him.
That was a jest on Geralt's part.
Too late. It won't hurt any of you to know this. On the day the White Fleet was to set sail, Gelban gave Dillion a gift. The Sunstone. He believed Dillion's heart would soften in time. Once her longing for him burgeoned, she was to use the Sunstone. Though worlds away, he would return for her.
Sounds promising. Let's just hope this Sunstone proves more useful to us than it did to that elf woman.
The Sunstone's in Skellige? How do we know that?
From legends. Elven ones. It lies where the White Fleet landed centuries ago.
Meaning anywhere on any one of the Isles. Splendid.
Ermion. I'll talk to him.
Know where he is?
I'll ask around the port. Kroch's longships are moored there. I'm off.
Good luck.
Well, it's crack. What about from Jelaviga? Oh, here's the. I know.
Perhaps you should talk to him afterwards.
What would be the point? Surely none now.
And later? Don't count your father out just because he's the world's richest and most powerful.
Authoritarian rotter unworthy of
So many quests. No, not really. And where is Emir? He should be somewhere here. They show his map. Somewhere here, maybe. Somewhere. Whatever. I'll find it in the next part. This is the end of part 31, and I will continue very soon. I will speak with this. I'll speak with Crack to find Ermin and the Sunstone.